Jeremiah 3:22, they said, "We have come to know you, for you, O Jehovah, are our God."
Very good, thank you. So, with that statement, even though it was by word of mouth, and even may have been stated unanimously as one, what is the question? Sister Mildred Deach, please.
What do we think the condition of the heart was?
Yes, very good. So let's find out. Let's now go on to paragraph 6 and its subheading, please.
Figurative heart surgery needed. Modern physicians can use advanced technology to see what the condition of a heart is and how it is functioning. Jehovah, though, can do much more, as he did in Jeremiah's day. God is outstandingly qualified, as we see from his words. The heart is more treacherous than anything else and is desperate. Who can know it? I, Jehovah, am searching the heart to give each one according to his ways, according to the fruitage of his dealings. Search the heart involves no medical exam of the literal heart, which in 70 or 80 years might be some 3 billion times. Rather, Jehovah was speaking of the figurative heart. The heart refers to a person's entire inner self, encompassing his desires, thoughts, disposition, attitudes, and goals. You have such a heart. God can examine it, and to a degree, you can do so too.
Okay, paragraph 6 now. Why should we be especially interested in what God said about the heart? Brother Tim Rayner, please.
Because of what this heart actually represents. It's a person's entire inner self, and encompassing their desires, their thoughts, their disposition, and their attitudes and goals.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Sister Morris.
And also because Jehovah tells us that the heart is more treacherous than anything else and is desperate. So Jehovah's telling us that we can even be fooled by our own hearts. So we really do need to, just like Jehovah searches our heart, we also need to examine our own hearts.
Yes, thank you. And Sister Deach, please.
And we also need to be interested in what's going on in our own hearts, because in those verses in Jeremiah 17 it says that Jehovah is going to do to us according to what he finds in our hearts. So we have a say in what can be in there. So we want to do our best for him.
That's very good. Thank you. Okay, so this paragraph, as well as the lesson in its entirety, is asking us to examine our hearts. Our hearts are, as mentioned, is the central area of our being when it comes to our desires, our wants, our goals, our ambitions, and so on and so forth. So as we go over this information, friends, we all have to be made open-hearted, as it were. This is seeking to make an adjustment where needed. If it is so, allow it to occur. It can only work out to be a blessing for us, because it's going to touch on, as you know, some subjects that maybe for some of us may have some personal meaning, and so are we going to be willing to make that adjustment? Okay, so let's now go on to paragraph 7, please.
To prepare for this examination, we might ask, what was the condition of the figurative heart of most Jews in Jeremiah's time? To answer, consider an unusual phrase that Jeremiah used. All the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart. He was not referring to normal circumcision of Jewish males, for he had said, "Look, days are coming," is the utterance of Jehovah, "and I will hold an accounting with everyone, circumcised but still in uncircumcision." Thus, even circumcised Jewish men were uncircumcised in heart. What did this mean?
Paragraph 7 now. How did Jeremiah describe the hearts of most Jews in his day? Sister Rayner, please.
said that all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart. Now, he wasn't referring to a normal circumcision of Jewish males, but he was referring to the fact that they weren't doing it what Jehovah really wanted them to do.
Good, thank you. Please, Sister Sava, Brother Christensen, please.
That circumcision was a covenant relationship that Jehovah got into with Israel, making them a special people. And so while that showed that they had his favor and they were his people, this figurative circumcision that needed to be done to the heart, that was the problem, was the spiritual heart that was being damaged, not the physical, or not the physical human.